want someone who did a Halloween costume after fight day.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Brothers Dimm Loth-Wolf Pack content. This is your boy B.O.B. recording live in the studio. This is one of our local events at AF Comics in Frankfort, Illinois. On the left we have Mark playing his notorious Palpatine Watto deck on Feed. On the right we have Jim, part of the Brothers Dimm Loth-Wolf Pack, playing with Iden Versio, Old Captain Phasma, Advanced Training Military Camp. So, as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we're just jumping right into it. So, looks like Mark, I believe, won the roll-off. He is electing to play on the battlefield, giving Jim the shields. How will he spare or place them out there? Who knows? So, you know, the Palpatine Watto deck, we've seen it before. It's very interesting with the Phasma Iden deck. You know, it can ramp very quickly. You know, a good handshake by the two gents. We'll see how this match fares. So Mark's going to roll out Watto. He gets a 2-for-1 resource and a discard. Jim is going to roll out Iden. What's the end? He's rolling off table. Poor form, Jim, but that's okay. Jim gets 2 range and a 2 focus. Mark is going to take $1. Jim is going to roll out Phasma.
What's special do?
Special $1.
6 or more, just 3.
Now the cool thing about Jim's deck, and unfortunately he played me round 1, and he was able to pump out, I believe it was 10 damage the first round. So he had the ultimate roll, the two guns on Iden, pumping 4 into a character, and then he had 2 specials, resolved those. The first one was for 2, the second one was for 3, so add it up and you actually get 9. So I miscounted by 1. That's huge, and that's with just character dice. So sorry, back to the game. Mark is forsakening one of the Iden 2. Jim is going to logistics the $1, making 2. Jim is rolling in cheese right now. So yeah, it's cool that the Phasma and Iden kind of sync well together. They're both troopers. We talked about them in one of the recent podcasts. You can tune in. Loth-Wolf Pack. I think that was episode 7. Mark is going to hit in motive. I believe he's probably calling range. He did not hit it. Jim gets $1 showing. Now, it's cool. We can see into Jim's hand a little bit. He's got a couple riot shields and a pulverize. So Jim's going to do the Phasma special, putting 2 on Palp. You got to be quick on Palp when he doesn't have anything on him. And for the viewers at home, they decided to play with the oversized tokens. Thanks, guys. So we're switching over. Again, they're both doing pretty well with money.
Did you see my money?
Mark is going to feed right here. He doesn't need the discard. He wants more money. I wonder what he wants to spend the $4 on. We shall see. Jim, in the meantime, plays a riot shield, repping his school over there with his t-shirt. Oh, what do you know? Force Storm on Palpatine, round 1. Zoinks. You definitely don't want to see the Force Storm round 1, but that's the game. So, okay, sorry. In the meantime, Jim plays another riot shield, and here comes Big Daddy Palp. He rolls resource of 2 focus and a discard, 2 discard on the Palp, on the Force Storm. Jim immediately removes it with a measure for measure. Mark says, "I don't care. I'm going to roll it back in." He gets the special, even better. Jim can't feel good about that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a little resource for the token.
I believe the only card he has left is a pulverize, which does him 0 good right now.
I'll claim.
Jim is going to claim, leaving Mark to do whatever he wishes. So he's going to do the Force Storm, dealing 1, rolling it back in.
Oh my god, I don't even need to focus.
3 range. He's going to do that. Jim's going to block the 3 with the riot shield. Mark is going to play a bartering, which is another way for him to get money. Nice. And does he pitch the reroll, or does he just go into the next round with that card? I don't know what it is. Ooh, a Sarassoon Mastery. That's pretty dirty too on Palp. Rolls it, gets $1. And in the end, Mark can't feel too bad about that. So end of round 1. Jim is ahead on damage, but I believe Mark's board state is definitely better than Jim's right now. So it looks like we can see into both their hands. Jim gets an E11. Okay. It's a good card, especially it's got redeploy, so you can't hate that. Mark is going to pay 2, get 2 back for Palpatine's lightsaber. So Palp is already getting pretty souped up right now. The ramp is real, boys and girls. Jim rolls in Iden, Versio of the Inferno Squad. He gets a blank on the E11, a 2 focus, and $1. Now the one card we know Jim still has is that Pulverize. Mark is going to pay 2 for a Sith Teaching, remove the blank. Nicely played. Okay, so Jim's got some, it looks like a conscript squad, near miss, and maybe fresh supplies. Jim rolls in Phasma. What's he going to get? Special and $1. A lot of money showing, but he needs to do his damage quick before Palp gets even more powerful because he has unlimited power. See what I did there? I know. Okay, so back to the game. Mark rolls in Watto. $1, 2 for 1. Loads of money. Jim is going to play. Oh, he's going to pitch a reroll. Going for damage. Focus, $1, 2 range. Mark says, I want the money. He's going to take it. Jim is going to focus. Here we go. 4 ranged plus the special. This could be a big turn for, and he still has the Pulverize, so let's not forget about that. See, if he does the Pulverize, that would be 6 with the Iden dice, putting Phasma over the top, or putting Help over the top for the Phasma special. Oh wow, jeez. Mark is going to play a second Force Storm. Oh, man. Jim's in trouble. So Jim does do the Pulverize. He's going to do the 6. King 2. And like we said, so now, because the character has 6 or more damage on it, that Phasma special is now 3. So Mark rolls in the squad, and he has a pretty decent roll. So he's got a Force special on the 1. Or sorry, a special on the first Force Storm, Tongue Twister. In the meantime, Jim is going to do his 3 damage. Putting Palp, I believe, 2 away.
So you do 2?
11. Yeah, 11 of 13. So back to what Mark has. He's got the Force special. Sorry, the special on the Force Storm. Still can't say that right. He's going to do it. Do the damage to Iden.
Yeah, just like
exhaust the Force Storm, roll it back in, gets 2 shields. That's pretty good right now.
Like, I don't want to see that
Jim
stupid side. I hate that.
Jim doesn't like the 2
really
shields.
Good.
Can't blame him. Otherwise, he's got 2 melee on the 1 Palpatine, the blank, 1 resource on the bartering, 2 discard on the Lightsaber. Sorry, 2 discard on the other Force Storm, and $1 on the Palp Saber. Jim, I don't think he has anything left. He's going to, I think he claimed. Mark is going to take the 2 shields, use the power action to roll it back in. He gets a 3 range. He could do a lot of damage right here. So he's going to pitch a Desperate Measures, which against Jim, probably, unless Jim's playing Mega Blaster Troopers or something of that nature, it's probably a good pitch right here to reroll. He's probably not, he hasn't shown any supports yet, so.
Did I have a 2 melee in there?
Mark, I think he wants to put that 2 melee back out there, and Jim allows it. Nice friendly game at AF Comics. Alright, so reroll gets a 1 melee, another 3 range on the other Force Storm, and a 2 shields on Palp.
Watch the stream and see if I cheated.
This could be huge.
It's okay.
I had to move in my mind.
It doesn't matter.
What do you got?
So,
All right. Let's go for it. That is it, sir.
Mark's thinking out how he's going to sync this up.
Margin.
Okay.
Gains trample.
Block.
You block.
So he's going to take the dollar.
Could be enough. I don't know what you're doing.
7.
7.
I wonder what he has up his sleeve. I wasn't paying attention to his hand. I know we from this angle we can actually see into both their hands pretty well when they show
I use this
them.
now.
Anyway.
Spend 2.
He's going to pay 2. Yeah, fatal blow. Oh, fatal blow.
2, 3,
So
4,
it's
5, 6.
2.
So 8 total.
Wow, he got 6 on him right there.
3 more.
And then he's going to finish off Iden. The 3,
1 dead.
do 1,
Three over here.
redeploy,
And yeah, 3 over there.
do 3 more, and then just take 2 shields for the heck of it.
Forgot about Fatal
Why
Blow.
not?
2 turns, short in the beginning. 2 turns, short at the end.
So big turn for Mark.
Well, I gotta pitch everything for
And
ambush one.
Jim has a chance.
That is
So-
true, sir.
If Jim is able to action cheat with like a seize the
And
day,
I don't
or
think I can kill you still. I'd have to do
he might be able to get the 2 specials on the Phasma die
straight up on
and
the
do a
result.
total of 6.
No.
which I think would be enough.
Yeah, so 13. So
3
I
for
need
the
to do
shields.
2
He needs
pure,
2 more
3
damage.
shields. I need to hit 5.
He's got a chance. Ooh, he does
And
have
if I
seize the
let
day.
you take an action to heal,
So-
I'm probably fucked.
I think that's the play for Jim.
Let's just
He's
go
got it
for
and he's
Seize
doing
the
it.
day.
So he's spending his dollar,
Here we go,
chucking
baby.
it off screen.
It's not 5.
What's he get? Oh,
Um,
blank, blank, 2 range.
that's
He really needed that special.
Uh,
Both
second
specials,
action.
actually. So he's going to do the 2 while he can.
cool.
And
Maybe
Mark's
don't
got a
have to.
decision. He actually has backed in his hand. I think, so, I don't know if the viewers at home can hear, but Mark is kind of talking out his turn here. He's,
Oh.
he's preparing for
Oh, but you could just
playing other decks, i.e. if Jim would have counterintelligence in his deck.
Alright, so I'm gonna talk
Jim
this out.
could play like
Yeah.
counterintelligence, calling
That's
Bacta,
leader, right?
preventing him
Yeah,
from
yeah.
playing
Could have
it. So
counterintelligence.
I
Mark
don't
is
play-
thinking out what he would do. Jim tells him that he does not have
But it would.
But I guess it would.
counterintelligence.
I can't.
But Mark
get
is
rid
going
of
to
that.
play
I
as
know,
if
but I
he
could-
did not know
Could
that.
have
So
counterintelligence.
Yeah.
So I
he
would
is
be
going
afraid.
to
I'm just gonna
pay the 2 for Bacta
pretend like
I mean,
right,
you didn't know.
so I gotta heal the 4.
That sucks.
and heal 5.
Dude, I got
4,
so
sorry.
close. I always take this dude like 2 away, and then
Jim,
I can never close it.
utter
Like, he
disbelief,
always-
is forced to pitch a
Yeah, but I feel
reroll,
like I always get
See what he
super
can do.
close, and then it.
blank in a one range. Mark rolls in Watto, the Toygarian. 2 disrupt, a +2 resource.
Oh, this die sucks so bad. Like, I don't even know what I'm hoping
Not
for.
looking good right now.
One more.
He's gonna do the 1.
These 2 dice are so fucking stupid.
Okay.
Forbidden Lore comes out.
I mean,
Jim
there's
could
nothing
remove
I
2
can run
dice
on this. 1 range
with the
plus
doubt.
2
Well, not really
range,
remove, but he
2
could
indirect.
negate something with doubt, and then he's got a sinister piece.
I'll feed this.
So he's gonna feed.
Forbidden Lore. Retribution so easy.
Mark is gonna Forbidden Lore and play Force Jump.
Put this gun down for 2.
Jim pays 2 for the A300. Interesting move because now he cannot Sinister Piece. But he's preparing for next turn if he can survive. We shall see. In the meantime, Mark is rolling in Palpatine. He gets. So he's gonna.
2 or more.
Okay, so he's gonna Sinister Piece the Doubt to get rid of the Force Storm showing the 4 indirect.
Claim.
Mark power action, Palpatine rolls it back in, gets a 3 range. Jim has no cards in hand, no dice left,
Right now you're looking at
so he's gonna
5.
probably claim.
Focus showing.
Why not,
To turn
man?
into 2 focus. To take you to 4, 5, 6,
Right now,
7,
Jim's counting
8,
up to see
9,
how much damage Mark can do on this turn.
He used to be 14. Yeah, 14. Yeah. He was 10, 14. He's 9.
So he's going to have to get to 12. Can Mark do it? So the 2 on the Palpatine, the 2 on the Palp's Saber, that's 4.
No.
He could get to the 4, if he can get to the 4 indirect on both 4 storms. I mean, that's 12 right there. Because all that indirect is looking pretty direct right now. He does have 1 focus showing.
That's true. Like every 40 cards there.
I mean, at this point, he knows, like, oh, he's got desperate measures. It's like a dead card anyways, so might as well pitch the reroll.
That's why I'm asking about it.
He's my guy.
So he gets a 2 focus on the 1 Palp, a 2 discard on the 1/4 storm. The other 4 storm is a 3 range. Shield on Palp Saber.
So you turn these to the 4s.
Let's see how he does it. So he's gonna
Well, why not
focus
just the 4?
2 to the 2 specials. Okay, he wants to roll him back in. That's actually smart. So he's gonna do 4 damage that way. Roll him back in. Yeah, I think Jim's toast. He's gonna get a 3 range and a 2 shield.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
You're counting them up now.
and then. Well,
So focus becomes a 3 range.
so 6,
So that's
7,
6.
8, 9, 10. Good game.
And
Dude,
that's
Palp's
game.
insane.
All that stuff.
So
I always
well
take
played
like
by
one
both
away, I
gents.
swear, and then
Palpatine ramps up very quickly, as we all know. This is a cool deck. I really like Jim's build as well. He can definitely, like, out the gate do a lot of damage and catch people off guard if he rolls well. And at the end, he actually had a chance to kill Palp. So even though Palp was swooped up, he was still had a chance. He was still in the game until the very end. But alas,
so I had
the bad bees take the L, and Palpatine Watto takes the W. So, hey, thanks for tuning in to our local content. You can subscribe on YouTube. Catch us out, the Brothers Dimm, Loth-Wolf podcast. This is Bob signing off. Thanks again for tuning in. Catch you later.